Our next questioner sitting next to me now is Miss Heather Hurd. Let her be heard.
Then we realise why Mac is chairman and not on the panel.
Look, I think we should all make a vow not to make any jokes about either Heather or Hurd because both are too obvious. Let's make that vow.
All right, having made that
Just
vow,
because he
let's
can't
hear
think of
from
one.
Mrs. Hurd.
She's one.
Oh, Miss Hurd.
Who should be heard but not seen.
Oh, no.
Except Heather.
Please, panel, now
I
order.
tried.
Miss Hurd.
It has been said that humour is the cherry in the pie of life. Does the team think that this is an adequate metaphor? And how would they themselves define humour?
This should be interesting. It has been said that humour is the cherry in the pie of life. Does the team think that this is an adequate metaphor? And how would they themselves define humour?
Something funny. That's what. Well, that's the end of that question. Get the next one on.
Speaking as the crust in the pie of life.
Not the upper crust.
No. Well, who's going to start on this?
Larry Adler. Well, he's
I always start because then they never let me get a word in afterwards, so it's just as well that I start. But I think that that kind of definition tends to denigrate humor. A cherry in a pie. I don't happen to like cherries in pies unless it's specifically cherry pie. So I don't think it's an adequate metaphor at all. And if you want a definition of humor, I think it's, well, how shall I say, it's the art of exposing the ridiculous in that which we tend to take seriously. And insofar as a person successfully does that, he is a humorist. And those humorists that live do just that. They unstuff the shirt. They prick the balloon.
Michael, have you finished unstuffing your shirt?
The only cherry I ever found in the pie of life had a stone in it. But talking of humour, I mean, you're speaking to a man who played Sunderland at his time.
That's tragedy. That isn't humor.
Don't explain my jokes. If they don't laugh, I don't mind. But humour, no, I would... the things make me laugh that probably don't make... I mean, Tommy makes me laugh very much.
Thank you
I
very
thought about
much,
Tommy.
Michael. You give me hysterics.
You're
Miss Hurd.
Mr. Trinder.
So get back with the job in hand.
Yes.
You say that this is a well-known metaphor. This cherry is the humour is the cherry in the pie of life. Well, I've never heard that. Anyway,
No, I said it has been said.
it has been said.
By
By
whom?
whom? Ah, you see. Who said it?
By me.
Oh, by you. You're just an old metaphor maker-upper.
Ted, have you got anything else interesting to say?
Now, the point is that you then go on to ask us to define humour. Well, there are various kinds of humour. There are various types of humours. Humour is anything that amuses you.
Oh, hooray, hooray, hooray.
Oh, no. That isn't fair, Tommy.
Humour is anything that amuses you.
I mean,
Tommy, you've got the floor. You have it.
thank you very much
Not a bit,
indeed,
sir.
right?
Not a bit.
Remind me to throw you a handful of silver.
You've got the floor, polish it.
No, the thing is that there are various humorists in the world that earn a lot of money, that make a lot of people laugh. Like Jimmy Edwards waggling his whiskers through the air. That makes a lot of people laugh. He's just done it. But there are other things...
Keep going.
No, look, I resign. I apply for the Chiltern Hundreds. I don't want the floor.
What I'm interested in is this here, we have a new personality who actually makes up these metaphors all around. Now, what I'm interested in, you say, humour is the cherry pie of life. Well, suppose
The cherry in the pie.
The cherry in the pie of life, all right. Suppose the chap's had a rotten life. What's that, in a banana skin?
May I explain briefly why I asked this question?
Yes.
Well, you know, what I love is it has been said, and it turns out that you said it.
Miss Hurd. Just a minute, panel. I would like to hear from Miss Hurd. She might be able to educate you somewhat on the question, if not nothing else. Miss Hurd, you take the floor.
All right, thank you. I was going to say that the reason for my asking this question was because I was in the middle of writing a novel, trying to write a novel, and I was seeking a metaphor to describe humour. I thought of this after a lot of thought, and as your program was on while I was actually polishing this up, I wondered what your definition would be, and I wondered if you could find a more adequate metaphor for it.
Oh, Francoise, I regret to tell you, you're sagging.
Well, of course, it's rather a revelation to hear that anybody can write a novel while they're listening to this program.
What else could they do, did you?
Wash up or anything else?
This is going to be called the Sisters Karamazov.
No, I haven't had a crack at Miss Hurd, at this whip. Yeah, I haven't had a fair crack at the whip on this question yet. You all have. But I would like to know what you mean by the expression, the cherry in the pie of life. I've eaten all kinds of pie with never had a cherry in it. What sort of pie do you have that suddenly has a cherry in it?
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
We've had that from Mr. Adler.
Well,
I mean, other than that.
He didn't like his
What it
cooking.
signifies is that humor adds a little color, adds a little interest.
Do you throw cherries into a steak and kidney pie, for example?
Well, I've never tried it.
No, what Jimmy means, I think, is that you have made a rather unfortunate metaphor, because
Yeah.
you're saying that the cherry is a kind of reward in the pie, and most of us obviously think there's no particular reward in a cherry. But an adequate definition of humor depends on how you define humor. I would, for example, say that Groucho Marx is a humorist, and Jerry Lewis was a gag
You're
man.
wasting your time with the second part of the question. You can't make an adequate definition of anything.
While you're all arguing about this definition
I'm not.
of
I
this
haven't said a
question...
word.
I know. That's why it's been so quiet, Tommy. Jimmy, have you any views on the question as opposed to asking...
I'm trying to find out what sort of pie she puts cherries in. Do you cook, Miss Hurd? I see
Yes,
you've
I
got
do.
an engagement ring on. Who's the happy? Who's the bloke?
He makes towels.
He's a friend of yours.
All right, thank you very much.
I should think he's a publisher.
Thank you very much, team. Miss Hurd, I
cherry
personally
picker.
like your metaphor, cherry in the pie of life. There are a few stones sitting right opposite you, but don't let that worry you. Thank you for coming along to the game this evening. Thank you very
You've got
much.
the most
indeed.
wonderful diction. Miss,